Hey, what's up gang? Welcome to another great edition of the Brick Slot. By the way gang, don't forget to smack that bell and subscribe and hit that like button, and of course you can also buy me a cup of coffee by contributing via my Patreon. The link is down there in the description below. Yes, one should really subscribe via Patreon, whatever that means. One was in McDonald's the other day and my man tried to pull out a chair for me to sit down, and unfortunately the bally thing was screwed to the floor. Poor chap went sprawling. Anyway, one must get off. One needs to shove something into the old horse box. Of course, you don't have to contribute anything via Patreon, gang. It's entirely up to you. I mean, if you want to watch the videos, you know, totally free of charge, that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm totally not bitter about it. No, that's fine. If you don't want to contribute, there's absolutely no pressure. Just keep watching the videos free of charge, you know. But what we can do is use it as an opportunity to look at some of the super vehicles which I've been designing and building over the last few months. No, I'm not bitter about it at all. You know, we all need to watch our money these days. You can't go throwing money around, but you know, if you feel like you want to contribute to the channel, that's fine if you could do that via Patreon. As you probably remember from the last Brickstead episode, I actually copied this car from a YouTube channel called Jerry Builds Bricks, that's spelled with a J, and it's this lovely Art Deco sort of red sports car from the 1940s basically. I then sort of created my own take on this. Notice there's a slightly different grille at the front because I wanted to use that grey grille with the integral headlights on it. I changed the running board slightly as well. Well, I actually introduced a running board onto it, and made one or two other small changes for the blue version. For example, the bonnet there is now in a sort of solid blue, whereas the other one was kind of indicating the I think these are called the pistons or something, or the valves or whatever in the engine of this car. As always, I couldn't resist making a couple of small improvements. One of them is I've added the little speed dial on the front of the car there, the speedometer. And if you look at the sides, originally there was a bit of a gap between the sort of curved mudguard and the sort of Art Deco bit next to it. I've actually filled those in with some 1x1 brackets, which makes the vehicle look a bit neater, I think. So along with the Art Deco cars, Jerry Builds Bricks also designed these nice sort of Art Deco petrol pumps, or gasoline pumps as the Americans would call them, which look very nice as well. I've put a couple of minifigs with them as the sort of forecourt attendants. No, that's right, I'm not going to keep on about it, you know. Some people like to contribute, others just like to watch things free of charge. That's absolutely fine. I'm not at all bitter about it. Moving along in no particular order, I've made this super little yellow farm tractor, which again is kind of retro style. It's sort of very loosely based on this red tractor which Lego actually brought out themselves. This is an actual Lego model. I think mine's a little bit different in that it doesn't have the hood at the back, and it's got a sort of retro style Oaten sort of look to it, with the engine sort of clearly displayed there and one or two greeblies on the side to make it look quite interesting. Moving swiftly on to the 5-stud range of vehicles, I've made this little Mini Clubman here from the 1960s. It's based on the Lego Speed Champions model from a few years back. There's not much of a change to it. I did add these nice racing stripes at the front, so it's suitable to be driven by Sir Michael Caine in the Italian Job, of course. You're only supposed to blow the blooming doors off. And behind that one is this super Fiat Cinquecento from the 60s. Notice the nice sort of bonnet or hood area there, which is basically the same sort of wedge panel as used on the top of the Mini, but I've used it on the bonnet area here. And for the top, I've just used some black 2x2 slopes, curved slopes there, and I've put a nice little transfer on with these Italian colours just to give it that Italian look. And having seen iconic British and Italian cars, we couldn't go without doing a similar treatment for the French national vehicle, which is the old 2CV. Sadly, they don't make these as an updated version, because both the Mini and the Fiat have got a sort of modern version, but for some reason Citroën never came up with a modern version of the 2CV, which is a shame, because it was a really popular car both in France and in England and all over Europe, really, because it was such an iconic little car, with the roof that sort of folded down, which is really nice for going on holiday. But anyway, we've got a very nice Lego version here. Okay, gang, well, I got to bounce now. There's quite a few more cars to look at, but we'll take a look at those in the next episode. So for the time being, please smash that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to contribute on Patreon, and live long and prosper. I'll see you all next time.